no one to get me in school and bring me back
To get
home.
me to school, to get me, to drop me to school, or to get me to school and pick me up.
Yes, ma'am, to drop me to school and pick me up. So
Yes.
I had money on my own and I came alone, ma'am.
Was this your first time that you traveled alone from school till your place?
Yes, ma'am. I have traveled with my friend and other, but this
But
was the
never
first time.
alone. But never alone before today?
No, ma'am.
That's pretty interesting. How was the
I
experience like for you?
Yes, ma'am. At first, when I was going to school, I feel very
I
like
felt, I
I
felt very.
I felt very like fearful what to do, um, and and it, when it was time to get back to home. So
Get
get
back
back to
home.
yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
Get back
Or
home.
get
I
to
was
home.
searching. Yes, ma'am.
Or get to home when it was time to get to home. Or
It
get
was
home actually. But
time
time
to
to get home.
get
Get
home.
home. No need for two. Yeah. No need
Yes,
for
ma'am.
two. Hmm.
Get home. I was searching for any taxi. Do you know my Toto? It's called in it's no na. So I was searching for taxi and I saw a friend, my
So
classmate.
just a second, I'm so sorry. Like your story is very interesting, okay, but just like where you're making errors, I'm gonna like point you out there. Um, you said something when I was searching for a taxi. Instead of searching, you can say when I was looking for a taxi. All right, because searching is like you can say searching too, but looking for also has the same meaning and is I feel a little more appropriate to this context.
Okay, ma'am. When I was looking for a taxi, I saw a classmate riding on a taxi, and I asked her where is her home. She
Where
said,
she was going. I asked her where she was heading to or where she was going.
yes, ma'am, where she was going. So she answered answered a place very near to my house. It's near to my home. So
Hmm.
I said to her that so I should also come with you because it's near my home, near to my
Hmm.
home, and I came back, ma'am.
No, no, near my home. You said it right.
Yes, ma'am, near my home, and I came back with her.
Okay, all right. So you basically coordinated. Ultimately, you didn't have to travel alone, technically, right?
Yes,
You
ma'am.
were with a classmate. You got back
Yes,
with her. But yeah, the plan was impromptu. It was never planned this way. It just so happened, right?
yes, ma'am.
All right, interesting. Thank you, Ananya. Anybody else who had anything special today which they want to share? Something unusual, something different? Yes, Swapna. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am. Yeah, so today, like it was my last day for my current company. So,
Okay, in my
yeah,
current home. Hmm.
yeah, in my current company. So,
Hmm.
yeah, I was just letting my co-workers know because most of them didn't know that I was leaving. So
Okay.
many people even say that like a hard worker girl like me should be retained. But
Hmm.
yeah, my manager tried retaining me, but I was not satisfied with the hike amount that was given,
Hmm. That they were offering.
yeah, that they were offering. So I
Hmm.
decided to move on with my next job.
Okay, very nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, all the best to you on like this new venture that you're taking up.
yeah, I hope so that it turns out good and I should not regret it that I didn't stay back.
Right. I mean, it's always a risk when you decide to move on and evolve yourself in like to in something new for something new. So
Yeah,
I get the nervousness. Yeah. When is
yeah.
your joining date in your new company?
It's next month, 1st March.
1st of March. Oh, all right. So what day is first?
Monday.
First Monday. Oh, so all right, next week then.
Yeah. So I have time to just relax
You
until I join.
lit- yeah, you literally only have the weekend to your.
Yeah. At least, but I don't have any headache that okay, next Monday I have to do these things. I don't have anything lined up. So I'm
Correct.
free right now.
Yeah, and you can actually take a breather through this initial phase because initially, when whatever office you join for the first day or two, they don't usually give work.
Yeah, that's true. There will be some
All
induction happening.
right, orientation.
Joining, induction, those things will take time, the entire day.
Right, got you. All right, thank you,
Yeah. Thank
Swapna.
you.
I hope your first day goes well. Yes, Silly.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
How was your day, ma'am?
My day was okay. There wasn't a lot of work. So, yeah, the day
Again?
kind of just, yeah, again, I was so happy like when this week began because I was like, okay, there's like, I got a little work. So, I mean, yeah, I think you guys, I sort of like these Hello English classes are like my journal. I keep journaling here how much like I make a log of like how much work do I get every day that I have class with you guys. But yeah, but I didn't mind it. I guess I'm just so used to such days by now. I don't mind it anymore. Which I don't know if this is for the worse or for the better, but I guess we'll find out.
Good to know.
How was yours, Silly? Special
um,
or different, worth sharing?
Different, ma'am. Because today all my like the all periods are vacant. All periods are like engaged. Like none of the period were vacant.
Okay, you didn't have any free periods basically today.
Yeah,
Every
but still,
period you
ma'am.
had to.
Yes, our third period was mathematics, and we forced our sir to not teach us anything. And
Hmm.
luckily,
Agree.
he got agree with this
He
proposal,
agreed.
but he agreed to the proposal. But
Hmm.
means when the last 10 minutes was were there, so I just hold his leg that sir, you have to sing. Like everyone was demanding a song from him, and he was refusing. So my friend and I just hold his legs that sir, you have to sing.
You both literally held his legs.
Yes.
Why? That just sounds so dramatic. Like such a dramatic turn of events. Like one second ago, you all are like calmly seated in your benches and just requesting a teacher to sing for you. And then the very next second, there are two girls who are like literally holding his legs to get him to sing. That's just okay. Did he agree? That will be
No, ma'am.
brutal. You guys held his legs and he still denied you guys a song. That is brutal.
Yes, ma'am. He even said that if I stayed in this school for 10 years, even in that case as well, I won't sing.
Okay,
Like
all right.
he was one of the new teacher and he's our class teacher, ma'am. And
Hmm.
basically,
He's one
he
of
had
the new teachers. One of the
okay, ma'am.
new.
He is one of the new teachers, and he had instructed us to study anything, but we were playing the detective killer game.
Right, yeah. Okay, interesting.
But our books were yes, ma'am.
Books were
And one
open,
more,
but mm-hmm. Go on.
and he even used whenever he just got up from the chair, we used to say, "Sir, please sit down." Whenever you got up, our heartbeat becomes really very fast. We got really very scared of you.
We get now this all
Yes,
of
ma'am.
all
We
of
get
this you are quoting yourself, right? So this will be in like present tense.
okay, ma'am.
Hmm.
And one more period, ma'am. So I discussed with my friends that today we had two SST period, one at the first and another at the fourth. So I discussed with my friends that after the tiffin, means after the break, we will ask our SST teacher to, I mean, let us do anything, means let us do self-study rather than of teaching. So everyone agreed. And when the teacher, means when our SST teacher came into the class, I was just filling the period, subject, and subject teacher. Two of my friends said, "Sir, today we don't want to study," and he literally becomes very furious that whoever wants, whoever want to, don't want to study, just get up and go out of my class. Like he was really very furious, and that was for the first time he became very furious. So everyone got scared and everyone started staring me that it was all because of you.
Staring at me.
Yes, ma'am, staring at me. So I was just thinking, I was in a dilemma that if I should reveal that this was all my idea or if I should not.
If you
But
should take the blame or just be silent.
yes, ma'am. But luckily, it means when I was in my dilemma, one of my senior came and said that my bio teacher is calling me. So I got saved.
Oh, wow. Was this a coincidence or did your senior friend just made that up to save you from the situation?
No, ma'am. I was means the senior brother just means that was not a coincidence. That was a coincidence, not a planned.
Oh, oh wow. You're damn lucky then.
Yes, ma'am. And even my sir questioned me, is it necessary to go? Why he is calling you? Like
He
as
didn't
if
question
I
you. He didn't question you, he asked you.
doubted.
He asked.
Okay, ma'am.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's all,
What,
ma'am.
what? That's an eventful day you had.
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm. All right. Thank you, Silly.
Thank you, ma'am.
Is there anybody else? I am only like we'll also come to a topic. I just want to know if anybody had a different kind of a day or if anybody has any doubts before we begin. All right. So from as far as I remember on Monday, I think Silly, you asked me a question, right? That when was the like have you ever lied? And if you have, then for what? Something around
Yes,
these.
ma'am. The last big lie you had.
Yeah, the last time you lied.
Yes, ma'am.
Something like that. All right. Okay. So I'm thinking let's keep this as the topic because it sounds interesting. And of course, I don't want you guys to like I don't want you to share any confidential information. All right. Only like things, only incidents you're comfortable sharing. So yeah, this is the topic. I want everybody to share with me one incident as a child, or maybe if it happened recently, where you lied, all right, and then you got away with it. Got away with it means you did not get caught, all right. Or if somebody has a more an even more interesting story where they lied and actually ended up getting caught, that would be fun, that would also be good. So you think, all right, and I just want everybody to share an incident with me where they tried lying and what the outcome for that was like. Did they actually pull it off and didn't get caught, or did you ended up getting caught and yeah, then the consequences were not so good. Yes, anybody who'd like to go first? I want everybody to participate in this. Amit, Ananya, Ashutosh, Dipali, Divi, Nemichand, Sayali, Tarub, Vinny, everybody think. All right, yes, Swapna, let's start with you.
Yeah, ma'am. So I would like to share a story which has happened uh, when I was in
Hmm.
I was actually working. So what happened is I said to my manager that
I told my man.
I'm in office. Yeah, I told my manager
Okay.
that I'm in office. That was the first time when
I,
actually I didn't go to
uh,
office.
I told my manager that I was in the office. Everything will be past tense, right?
Yeah, so I told my manager that I was in office, and that was the first time when I decided not to go because I had something to do in the home. That was
At
little
home.
urgent at
Hmm.
home. That was little urgent, and it was too late that I thought like half of the day was already passed. So I decided why to inform
Half
manager.
of the
Let's
day
just be at home.
half of the day had already passed. I think you said was already passed.
Okay, yeah. So half of the day had already passed. But all of a sudden, he informed on the WhatsApp group that you people have to join a video call. And I was so surprised. Like, in the home, if you are joining, the background you cannot try to cover, right? I
Right.
still try to manage to have a white or at least a little bit yellowish background, and I sat uh, and the thing is there were few stars we keep right on the
Stickers on
wall
the wall? Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
glow in the night.
Stickers, yeah, those
Yeah,
glow.
so those stickers were just behind me. Yeah, and I was not much aware of that okay, this can be visible to him.
Right.
So I just logged in and I pretend that I'm in office, and he
Pretended.
actually saw that. And there was another problem. Sorry.
Pretended. I pretended.
Okay, so okay, yeah, I pretended like I'm in office. I'm at
I
office,
was in office.
and uh, I was in office. And when the video call started, my voice, I was not able to hear them, but my voice was audible to them. So
Hmm.
my manager was telling that in Hindi, he used to talk in Hindi. So he said that, Swapna, we can see your stars which are behind you.
Oh,
So,
damn.
but I could not hear that. Okay, he's telling that I could
Hmm.
just see them, but
Hmm.
couldn't hear what they are speaking,
Actually,
what they all were speaking.
I just need 1 second. I want to be excused for just.
Okay.
Yes, I'm so sorry. I was getting a call which I had to take. Yes. So Swapna, yes, sorry for the interruption.
Yeah, no problem. The story was
Hmm.
almost over
So,
actually. My manager saw that and he pointed
and
out,
you heard the
yeah,
stars behind you.
yeah, right, which I couldn't hear. And then I just disconnected the video call. And after that, the later day when, yeah, I mean, there was some little discussion happening which I couldn't hear, right? So I disconnected that video call. And then the next day when I went to office, I was
Which,
just having,
I mean,
yeah,
you
I
can
was
just
just,
say I exited the call. That's also okay. But disconnected, I guess, is also fine.
yeah. So next
Hmm.
day, next morning when I went to office, my colleague came and we were just having some discussion and this thing came out. So he said that, you know what had happened in yesterday's call? So he explained all this thing. I was like, oh shit, this was the first time I lied to my manager and I was caught.
Got caught.
Yeah, I
Right.
got caught.
This thing came out, nahi. This thing came up.
Came up. Okay.
Yeah, like in today's morning class, the topic of equality came up. You understand the
Okay.
meaning of something coming up, right? Like ये topic आ गया, फिर इस पे हमने discussion चालू कर दी. So yeah, that is like came up.
And when can we use came out?
What do you mean came out? Like
I mean, some example must be there, right? For came out also.
so coming out actually means it has a very very different meaning. It has to do with one's sexual orientation, like one's sexuality. If I identify myself as a heterosexual, as a homosexual, you get me? So that is coming out. I don't know if you're referring to that meaning. Maybe you've heard it in some other context.
Yeah.
Possibly it can be this, all right. Let's say if my friend is gay, all right. So if she hasn't disclosed this information to anybody, that means she hasn't come out yet, all right. And if she has actually like come out and told everybody this, that she's actually like not straight, she's gay or like whatever, all right. So that means coming out. And like the
Okay.
full thing is called coming out of the closet. Closet means like your cupboard, your wardrobe, where you keep and your entire wardrobe, that's your closet, right? So coming out
Okay.
of the closet.
Okay. I have one more doubt. Uh, I had heard it or I heard. Which one is correct?
Both are. One is simple
Both are.
past tense, one is past perfect. Yeah.
And okay, I had is right? Or I have.
So I've heard.
Yeah.
Which one of the two is right? I have heard, and the second one?
I had heard.
Both are correct. Past perfect, present perfect.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sure. Who next is ready to share one such encounter where you tried to lie and yeah, then you either got caught or you didn't. Ananya?
Yes, ma'am. It's a
Just a
funny
second. I want
incident.
others. Wait. I want others who are not thinking to put in effort. Okay, it is not going to work out this way. Dipali, Divi, Isha, Nemichan, Seali, Tarob, Vinny. I hope you guys have one story ready in your minds which you are going to share with me. Okay. Yes, Ananya.
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
So it is a funny incident. I was like 7 years old then. So,
Okay.
but in so there were no one in the house except me and my sister,
Hmm.
and my father and mother went somewhere. I don't know. I can't remember.
You don't
So
remember. Hmm.
yes, ma'am. So I was getting a little bored because there were when I was younger, we didn't have any electronics like,
Hmm.
and I used to have a Barbie doll, and I suddenly used to have a Barbie doll. So I was playing with that, and suddenly I broke that. So what to do now? So I wanted to be a little creative. Went to the kitchen. Like, I am a foodie person. I have to eat something when I am hungry.
Hmm.
So I went to the kitchen and searching of looking for food in this case, or on that.
On
mm,
different shelves, in
yes, ma'am.
different
This
yeah, compartments.
Yes, ma'am. So suddenly, like everyone, I think does that. Go to a fridge and looking for something.
Yeah, going to the fridge and yeah, Looking
So
for something
I
for, yeah, 5 minutes before you can decide what you want to pick.
yes, ma'am. I
Hmm.
went to the fridge. I found nothing to eat and I closed it. After 5 minutes, I again went there, and this time I know that there were eggs in the fridge. So I again went there and saw the eggs. I didn't saw that those on
I
the
didn't
first time.
see that.
I didn't see that on the first time. So I
Hmm.
wanted to be creative and I took an egg, and I was very small. I didn't do anything. So I uh, I saw my mom doing that, cracking an egg and making omelette with that. I wanted to do that, and I cracked the egg, and it spilled here and there.
Right.
So
That must
I
have been
was
funny.
yes, ma'am. I thought what to do now. I got any cloth and whatever I found and started cleaning that.
Hmm.
In the evening, my mom came and said uh, she always counts the egg before going out. So
Oh, why?
yes, ma'am. Um, th- just think that today in the morning she made some eggs. So she will count that where how many eggs are remaining.
Right, right, right. No, I get that actually. Hmm.
Yes, ma'am. So
Hmm.
she said that where is one egg? I can't found it. I can find it.
Hmm.
Then she saw the cloth with which I cleaned the eggs.
I had cleaned, yeah, the mess or the
Yes,
egg.
I had cleaned the
Hmm.
yes, ma'am, the mess, and she thought that it should be my work because I am the one in the house who breaks
Right,
everything.
right, of course.
Yes, ma'am. So I was thought thinking that what to do now. She will call dad, and I am very afraid of my father, ma'am. If I
Oh,
do something, yes, ma'am. So what to do now? So she called father and told me that you did it now. And I was in fear. I said no, I didn't. Oh, she knew that I did it. My sister came, and she said that, oh, what happened? I didn't. So in the house, when I was doing the mess up thing, my sister was at home, but she didn't realize that the
okay.
everything I did
So,
in the afternoon.
okay. So in the afternoon, all the mess I made, okay, or when I was messing things up,
Yes, ma'am. When I was messing
okay,
things up, she didn't realize that. So she
yeah, she
came
didn't.
and yes, ma'am. She came and said, I didn't saw her doing that. She was with
I
me,
didn't
ma'am,
see her doing
because
that.
she
I
didn't.
didn't see.
Yes, because she didn't see me doing the mess.
Making the mess,
So
or
yes,
yeah.
ma'am, making the mess. So
Hmm.
that's all. Then mm, then my father said, then don't lie. It's your. Then my father and mother said, that don't lie. It's all your fault. So and then I said that yes, it was all my fault. I
Then you
agreed that I
confessed.
did the mess.
That's a confession. You confessed that it was you.
Yes, ma'am.
So when you are
That's all.
honest, when you spill the beans, when you're like, that's called a confession. When you confess something which you have had within you but haven't told anybody, or who that is supposed to be told to, like, yeah, like let's say, hey, on Swapna's last day in office, she confesses to all the people who she doesn't like, and she actually goes and tells them that, all this while that I was working, I never really liked you. That's a confession. You're confessing to your true, honest feelings. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Ananya. Yes, who's next? Somebody who has thought through what incident they are going to share. Dipali? Okay, Sayali? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Dipali, I want you to think. Everybody knows what topic we are doing, we are on right now. Yes? The
Ma'am,
topic is, yes,
I
yes.
would
Dipali.
I would like to share my childhood experience.
When you tried lying,
No, ma'am.
do you not lie? Have you never lied?
Ma'am, I'm not telling lie, ma'am. I'm many time उसमें फंस जाती हूँ मतलब
Yeah,
सच्चा
so
बोलती हूँ.
I want you to share one such incident with me where you tried lying and you got caught. आप फंस
Uh,
गए.
Okay, ma'am. One time, when I was school and
In school, when I was in school,
I was in school, my school teacher, all the children learn to five, five, five word in next day.
क्या?
English
Learn to?
English word मतलब कल शिक्षक बोलते हैं ना कि कल 5 वर्ड लर्न करके आओ.
क्या learn करके आओ? Fiber?
इंग्लिश के 5 वर्ड लर्न करके आओ. डिक्शनरी में
Oh,
vocabulary.
okay, okay. So you have to come learning 5 new words of English to the school the next day.
Yes, ma'am. And then when I was gone to next day in my school,
When I went the next day,
when and
I
yes, ma'am.
the next day,
I went next day in my school. I have no learn in the vocabulary word.
I hadn't learned
I
any
hadn't
new words.
new words, and then I had speak my teacher. Uh, uh,
I what
in
my teacher?
speak tell my teacher. I
Oh,
am
you didn't tell this
why
to the teacher, okay?
I am learns in 5 vocabulary word.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
in this time, I had told my teacher, ma'am, I have a most stomach, पेट में दर्द था इसलिए मैंने लर्न नहीं किया.
Okay, I had a stomach ache and so I didn't get the time. मुझे समय नहीं मिला.
In this time,
Okay.
I had telling my teacher.
At
Then
this time,
ma'am, and then 3 to go uh, days. I am telling truth my teacher. When this time I am telling lie. So teacher is very amazed for me. He is in this time tell lie, but he apologized for me. मतलब
wait, I didn't get that.
उस टाइम में टीचर को बहुत अच्छा लगा कि उसने झूठ बोला, लेकिन बाद में मुझे माफी भी बोली, मतलब क्षमा मांगी. मैंने उनको बोला कि मुझे क्षमा कर दो मैम, मैंने आपसे झूठ बोला था उस टाइम.
Oh, okay. So you first, the homework was to learn 5 new words of English, but you
Yes.
didn't, and so you made up a lie saying that you felt sick, you had a stomach ache, and so you couldn't. And then after 3-4 days, you go to the same teacher and then you confess and you apologize for having
Yes, ma'am.
lied.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, so the teacher was like amazed and very amusingly surprised, I'm sure.
Yes. She is
Okay. Wow. That's a very sincere thing to do.
Yes, ma'am.
I am not sure if I would have done that,
This
honestly.
time ma'am, I have fixed. I'm not telling lie.
What do you mean?
उस टाइम से मैंने सोच लिया कि अब मैं झूठ नहीं बोलूंगी.
Why though? You felt terrible after like lying to your teacher?
Yes, ma'am. मुझे अच्छा
Okay.
नहीं लगा कि टीचर से झूठ बोला.
You didn't feel good. It didn't make you feel nice.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Right. Thank you, Dipali.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay. Next. Thank you. Next, we have first Sayali, then Taro. Yes, Sayali. Sorry. Can't hear you, Sayali. Can't hear you. Just check your connection. Maybe I can connect with Taro till you have that fixed. Taro, yes.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Yes, ma'am. I want to share an incident. When I was one day, what happened? My teacher told me to write all the names of classmates. There was 60 people in the class. So
What is this? Is this from your college days or your school days?
Yes, ma'am. My school days. Before last year, ma'am. Last year. It happened last year.
What class were you in last year?
Right now, I'm in 12th.
Oh, so 11th. Oh, so this is
Right
pretty.
now, I'm in 12th.
Understood. Okay.
So my teacher told me to write all the names and give that.
Asked me to write all the names.
Okay, ma'am. My teacher asked me to write all the names and then give it to him. I said okay, and then I went.
Instead of saying
took-
wait. So now here, instead of saying I said okay, you can simply just say I agreed and I started working on it.
Okay, ma'am. I agreed, and I went to my fellows, and I told them that he asked me to do that. So
what?
And
Oh, okay. Got you.
okay, ma'am. So a few girls, some girls told me, "Don't worry, we'll do it and give it to him." I told, "Okay, if you are all sure na, that you will do it." They told me, "Yeah, we'll do it. Don't
Do
worry."
what? Wait, do what? Were you taking an attendance call?
Hello.
Am I not audible and visible?
Ma'am, you are audible.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Okay. Taro, am I audible to you?
Ma'am, after Saruk, I will come.
Taro,
Ma'am,
not
I'll
Taro.
just come back in a minute.
Okay, sure, Taro. You need a minute. That's okay. So I'm moving on to Sayali then. All right. I had already. Sure.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, you're audible, Sayali. Tarup, you can take your time. I'll come back to you. Don't worry. Yes, Sayali.
Yes. Okay. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
So, yeah, I would like to share one incident when I was in B.Ed college.
Okay.
So I was living in a hostel, girls' hostel. So one day, we all girls were gathered in a room and we were having fun. So after some time, I take one girl's hand in my hand and
I took.
Yeah, right. I took my friend's hand in my hand and I said, yeah, you have very bright future. So
Started palm reading.
yeah, right, ma'am. So I told him that her that she has a very bright future. No matter if you have done any mistake, but
If you have made any mistake,
yeah, if you made any mistake, you are not going to pay for that, and everything will be good in your future. So she was so pleased, and another also means other girls also started asking me and about their future, and another two, I think, my friend, two of my friends, I told something because I have heard something about them from my friends, and so I said that whatever I heard that time. So I knew that about them. So I told them and I said, yeah, so this is going in your future. So yeah, you have very good future. So I didn't want to hurt them. So I didn't say any wrong thing. So all the girls started asking me about their future. So I didn't have any option. So I said, um, okay, so this is the
so
time of sunset. Huh?
you had to continue with the lie. Okay.
Okay, so it was only for fun, and I didn't have any option. So I said, this is the time of sunset, so I don't see palm at this time. So come, come next day to me. I will tell your
Don't tell me
future.
you also started to charge them per hand.
No, ma'am.
Would have been lucrative.
So next day, I thought they will forget, but they didn't forget, and they came to me and started asking. So I told them, no, no, I was just kidding yesterday. So I don't know how to read the palm. I kid, no, yeah,
Yeah, that was just like for fun and zest.
right. So,
Hmm.
but they were not believing. They thought they
They
thought I
weren't
know.
ready. They weren't ready to believe you.
Right. They didn't ready to believe me, and
Weren't ready. Not
huh?
didn't. Were not ready. Weren't ready. Hmm.
Right, right. So they were not ready to listen to me, but somehow I manage all the things and send them back. So yeah, it was a funny incident. So
Right.
yeah,
Wow. I wonder how did you even come up with this idea that let me like fool them all by like posing as a palm reader.
yeah, ma'am. Miss, when I was in a girls' hostel, we used to have many tricks or many. Sometimes
Prank.
we make.
What
Uh,
what you did is called a prank. You
use I mean,
pranked them.
right. We used to prank with each other. So
Prank
yeah,
each other, not
prank
with.
each
Yeah.
other. Prank each other. Sometimes we mimic. Uh, yeah. So yeah, this was the one of the things from that. So
Got you.
thank you so much, ma'am. Yeah.
Thank you, Siali. That was very fascinating.
Mhm.
Taro, would you like to continue? Is your yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so
So,
first
ma'am,
Taro. After Taro, it will be Isha. After Isha, it'll be Winnie. All right. Yes, Taro.
should I start from beginning or
No, no,
no,
no,
no?
of course not.
Okay.
Just continue from where you left.
Okay, ma'am. So the monitor told me, "Don't worry, we'll do it for you." And
Yeah,
she
just a
meant
second. I had a question. We will do it for you. What is this it? What was
to
happening?
write all the names of the student.
So you were basically your teacher assigned you the duty of noting the
Name.
taking the attendance call, right?
No, not attendance call. After 2 or 3 days, there was a oral test.
An
So
oral test.
an oral test. So he wanted names for that.
Okay, so he wanted basically
To
Okay.
write
Class
all the
list,
names from
student
register.
list, right? List of
Yes, ma'am.
students in the class. Got you.
Yes, ma'am.
Then
And she meant that she would do it. So I said okay. After that, the teacher called me and asked me, I wasn't expect you that you are irresponsible. Have you
I
right?
didn't
Have
expect. Not
I didn't
wasn't expect, didn't expect. Yes.
I didn't expect you that you are
I
irresponsible.
didn't
Is it okay?
I didn't expect you to show irresponsibility, or I
Okay, ma'am.
didn't expect such irresponsible behavior from you.
Okay, ma'am. I didn't expect you to show irresponsible to show.
I didn't expect like this irresponsible behavior.
Okay,
Expect
this
you
is
nahi.
from.
I didn't
Okay,
expect this from you. तुमसे
okay,
ये
ma'am.
उम्मीद थी.
Okay, ma'am. So he asked me, "Have did you write all the names?" At that time, I wasn't able to say either yes or not. I just told him, "Okay, I'll just give you in within 5 minutes. I have to go upstairs and take it from there." Because he told me that line. Because of that, I can't say no or yes.
Didn't say no.
Didn't say no. So I just go upstairs and
Went
told him.
upstairs.
I went upstairs. Yes, sorry, ma'am. I went upstairs and just told my monitor to write all the names within 5 minutes. So a girl wrote within 5 minutes the 60 names, ma'am, within 5 minutes. So she just wrote it and she hadn't pay attention on writing. She just wrote it within 5 minutes. When
Paid
and she
attention to writing. With
paid
attention, we always use the preposition to. Paid
okay,
attention to.
paid attention to writing. She just gave me within 5 minutes and she told me, "Don't say my name that I have and that I wrote it." I said,
Yeah, so
"Okay,
don't take my name.
okay, don't
मेरा
take
नाम
my
मत
name."
लेना.
Okay, ma'am.
Hmm.
So I went to the teacher and I just gave him. He asked me who write it.
Who
At
wrote
that,
it? Who wrote
who
it?
wrote it? Ma'am, it is in this. It is a question sentence, na, ma'am.
Yeah, so who wrote this? This is a question only. Only that it's in past tense.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Who wrote it? So I kept quiet for a minute, and then he asked me second time. I told that girl wrote it. He said, "Mm, how bad it is written. Just
How badly? Badly.
how badly it is written. It was
Yeah.
written. Keep it and then write it again. Write it again and then give me tomorrow." I said, "Okay."
Oh.
So I didn't lie. I was just trying to, ma'am.
Get away with it.
Yes, ma'am. But I got nervous and then all the things went wrong.
Got you. Okay, Taru. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Isha, do you want to go next?
Yes,
We have
ma'am.
Inni also, yeah.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. I and my friend one day made a
My
plan.
friend and I.
Okay, my friend and I made a plan in the schools. Let's escape from the school because we
So
had
you basically, you and your friend planned to bunk school.
Yes, ma'am. We not bunk, ma'am. From the escape out from the school, ma'am. Actually, not bunk.
That's bunk only. When you're bunking the classes and you're skipping the class and doing something else, that is bunking. Bunking your school periods. If you didn't if you weren't gone for the entire school duration, if you didn't enter school at all and you went somewhere else, that is called bunking the school. But if you only skipped a couple of periods in the middle, then
Yes,
that's
ma'am.
the school periods. Okay, just a second, Isha. Yes, Hemant, good evening.
Good evening, ma'am. After this,
After Isha, you wish to share an incident, Hemant?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, so there's already Winnie in line. After Isha, after Winnie, you can speak, all right? And since we are in a crunch of, we have a situation where we are in crunch of time right now, I want everybody to share their story with me in not more than 2 to 3 minutes, okay? You, all right? So, yeah, already start thinking in your head the lines that you're going to say. Yeah, continue, Isha. So you bunked a couple of periods.
Yes, just I want to bunk some couple of
Did.
classes. Couple of classes, and then we were just roaming in the playground, and that we have decided, let's just we have decided, just we can make a fake excuse, so we can just come out from the school. So we went to the staff room, and my friend started making
Can't hear you, Isha. Isha, can't hear you.
lot of member didn't allow us to go home. So and then she told me, why don't you take the permission with the vice principal, and then you have to write one letter, maybe he will allow you to go your home. So we wrote one application, ma'am. In that application, she did one thing, she left small space for me also. So she wrote the application, and then we went to the vice principal chamber, and then he didn't read the entire application. He told me, just do one thing, just meet with the principal. And unfortunately that day principal didn't come to the school, so we get a chance. So we were very lucky. So we were very lucky that day, ma'am. Then after that, the principal told me, okay, you can go out, but go safely, and you can also call to your guardian. So we told them, no sir, our home is near to school, so we can go buy food.
Okay,
so he told me, okay.
Call guardian, not call to, and near to is also wrong. A lot of you keep saying near to. There is no need for to with call or near. All right. My house is near school, or it is close to the school. I live close to the school. Okay, with close we use to, but with near there's no need. Okay, continue.
My house is close to my school, so we had shown the application to the gatekeeper, and she smartly wrote my name on the application, and smartly we escaped out from the school. So we were just very happy, and suddenly we went to the restaurant, ma'am, to eat American chopsy. Actually, I was just teaching to her, you had a toothache and now you are having a crispy American chopsy. So we never caught by the principal, and even we never said this